Welcome to Type C Tech Reviews. Today we're going to be unboxing the Dell S2722QC. If at any point during the video you want to check out this exact same monitor, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links. But let's get into unboxing this thing. All right, so right away there's one piece of tape on the back right here, and then looks like it's going to be a pretty good unboxing experience. It comes up like that. And there we go. Dell has some of the best boxes for monitors. Really easy setup. All right, right here we have the power cable. And the nice thing is you can see with this is this has an internal power supply. So this cable can be bought basically anywhere, which is really nice if you need to replace it. Also in the box, you have a USB-C cable for display connection. And then we have the bottom of the stand right here. Taking this out, this is a silver, which looks very nice. All metal on the base with a lot of rubber on the bottom, which is very nice, and a nice quality thumb screw right here. So this is just gonna connect to the monitor once we take it out. So then taking the cardboard off, we have the rest of the stand right in here, which we are just gonna pop that right out. And there we go. Now the stand, all metal right here, it is a snap-in stand, which is very nice. The back of it has this very cool texture on it, I like that. But yeah, overall the materials are good. Obviously a height adjustable stand, good quality. All right, connecting it right here, all you're gonna do is put this together, just like that, and then just twist this together. This is a high quality thumb screw, so all you need to do is just twist it in with your hand. Once that is done, you do have swivel in the base right here, as you can see. So we got swivel, we got tilt. It looks like we even got rotation. So you pretty much got all of the adjustments, which is very cool. All right, but now getting into it, as you can see right here, they cut this open for really ease of access of setting it up. This is one of the easiest monitors I've actually set up before. So all you're gonna do is take these, put them into the top of the monitor right there, and just press down and it's all locked in. Then you can take this up, take the plastic off of it, and there, very easy setup process. Setting that on the desk right away, it's very attractive. It's a 27-inch monitor, it's 4K. All right, so right away, as I said before, it's got swivel and a lot of swivel at that. It's got tilt, quite a good amount of tilt as well. It then has height adjustability. And I think it's even gonna have rotation, and it does have rotation. So this thing can go completely 90 degrees. You have a ton, like this stand is a really fantastic stand, especially if you're doing something like coding, video editing, basically anything, you can do it, photo editing, whatever you wanna do. The stand is really gonna be nice for that. All right, but let's flip this around and kind of check it out a little bit more. First of all, on the back, it's very attractive. It has this nice texture to it. Got this very nice texture. Okay, then behind this, we have some cable management built in right here. And then for the ports, we have them downwards facing, not my favorite. However, we have a USB, a 3.5mm audio out, a USB-C with 65 watts of charging, and then 2 HDMIs. And that's where you plug in your power. And I think this is a Kensington lock right there. So that is pretty good. 65 watts is probably enough to power a smaller MacBook Pro. If you got a larger MacBook Pro and you're really doing something like intensive like video editing, you are probably gonna need to plug in your MacBook for charging, because 65 watts is probably not gonna do. I think it's about 90 watts for a full-size MacBook Pro. But if you have a smaller size MacBook Pro, this will work perfectly, or you can just use USB-C for display, which is very cool. But let's get this thing plugged in and get the first initial impressions. So during the setup process, I will say this is only this long of a USB-C cable. I would have liked that to be a little bit longer. However, if you're plugging your laptop in, this will be enough. If not, you'll need a longer display cable. You could use USB-C or you could use HDMI. We're gonna use HDMI today. All right, so now we got this all set up. Let's turn it on. We have a power button under here. I have always liked this, although I will say, I think the controls are actually gonna be these 4 buttons right here, which I may or might not be a fan of. Check out the full review for my overall thoughts after using this for a while, but we're gonna turn this on. Just like that, we have a nice little light that comes on right there, which is nice. All right, then you can see we kind of use these buttons and they kind of show us what they do. All right, so right away we're in, we'll change the display settings right away. All right, so going to the resolution, change this all the way up to 3840 by 2160 because this is a natively 4K panel, which is awesome. And then we're gonna change this up to about 200%. And I mean, obviously this has an incredibly high PPI. I think this is about 163, 164 PPI. Typically a 1440p 27-inch monitor is about 109. So 164, 163 is a ton of resolution. You are not gonna see pixels. If you're a coder and you want a lot of resolution, or if you just want incredibly clear text, or you're a photo or video editor, this is something you might be interested in. Now, this does go up to a max refresh rate of 60 Hertz. This is not a gaming panel. However, right away, it is very pretty. It is very clear. It's very vibrant. It's an IPS panel. So if you go to the left and the right, the colors are still fantastic. Now let's head into the menu system because I think this is something that I'm not really gonna like a whole lot. So let's kind of click into this, you can see it comes up with kind of where you're supposed to click. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons, and then the power button right there. So we're gonna go and see if this one is the menu. And you can see we're in the menu. So it kind of shows you these two are up and down, this one's to the right, and then this one's to cancel. This is not the best, but we're gonna go into it. You can see this takes a lot of time to do everything, which is very annoying. We're gonna turn that brightness up, and right away, I'm gonna get my luxometer and we're gonna test this brightness. All right, so right away, we're gonna test the brightness of this monitor. All right, so we're reading about 350 nits, which definitely is good. That means that most reflections, except if you're having direct sunlight, are pretty much gonna be mitigated. But like I said, direct sunlight is definitely going to be a thing. So if you have a window like here, it'll be totally fine. However, if you have a window behind me or back there, not gonna be something that you want. That being said, the colors on this thing, just from looking at them, not talking about color accuracy, that will be in the full review. Subscribe below if you want that. The colors on this are absolutely beautiful. All right, so another thing this has is it does have built-in speakers. As you can hear right now, they're pretty good. They're actually pretty clear. Let's go into the settings and actually see if we can turn them up. And again, we have to go into this weird kind of settings thing. You have picture-in-picture, picture-by-picture. The Dell menu system is fine with these controls. It is, one of my least favorites, although it just takes a little bit longer to do things. So going up to audio, and then we have to go over, and then over again, and then up. Not the best menu system, or the menu system, just the controls are not that great, honestly. All right, so now let's see how loud this gets. That's actually quite good. It's actually very clear. It's pretty loud, much louder than most monitor speakers, and it is clear. Now, these are not fantastic. You're not gonna wanna jam out to music with them. However, if you mainly use headphones and you just need these for, video conferences, something like that, this would absolutely work. But let's go in, set this to 4K. Obviously, it's 4K YouTube, so it is compressed. But this thing is absolutely crispy clear. So if you want incredibly high resolution at an incredibly high PPI or pixels per inch, basically a lot of crispiness, I mean, you can really see everything. It's a very beautiful picture and it's very color accurate. So if you need to do something like professional work, this is a monitor that you can do that on. We're gonna go through all of the tests during the full review, so make sure to subscribe below for the full review. But yeah, again, if you want to check out this monitor for yourself, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international. Make sure to subscribe below for the full review, which will be coming in a few days. I'm actually really excited to review this thing. It looks absolutely beautiful at this point. I love 4K monitors. I do wish they would make a 32-inch version of this. But yeah, really excited to review this. This was Type C Tech Reviews, and I'll see you guys in the review.